So today we are going to talk about let's learn about in the வாரத்துக்கான learningல we are going to learn about sexual behaviors in children with autism. So usually வந்து இந்த post and carousel மாதிரி தான் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு I had thought, but the information content that I had encountered while studying about this topic was so vast that I could not put it together and condense it in one post, hence the video. So I hope this will be useful for all parents who are dealing with children with autism and also all therapists. So this is something that we usually see. Yeah? So throughout this video, I'm going to be talking in Tamil and English interchangeably because I want to cater to the major audience and also for my comforts, and it is easier to explain that way. So யூஸ்வலாக வந்து children with autism வந்து நிறைய they do not have sexual development, they have no sexual desires அப்படின்லாம் வந்து it was thought about initially. autism அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஒரு term coin பண்ணப்போ this was what was initially thought, but that is not true. Later research and later development and later studies have shown that children with autism have a very similar pattern of sexual development like normal children. Okay, so I don't want to keep using the term autism, so I might also interchange with the word neurodivergent. சரியா? ஸோ இப்போ நான் நியூரோடைவர்ஜென்ட்னு சொன்னால் மோஸ்ட்லி ஆட்டிசம் தான் மீன் பண்ணுறேன், இல்லாட்டி அதர் நியூரோடைவர்ஜென்ட் சில்ட்ரனுக்கும் இது பொருந்தும் அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். ஓகே, so yes, initially it was thought that they had no sexual desires, but later they have shown that the pattern of development is the same. The next thing that we also have to know is that there is something called theory of mind. Theory of mind na நீங்கள் ஏதாவது கீழே விழுந்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு வலிக்குமே அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிற அந்த குவாலிட்டி இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த எபிலிட்டி இருக்கு இல்லையா, that is theory of mind. If you are going through something bad, to be able to understand that you're going through something bad is theory of mind. Empathy is a part of theory of mind. All right, so that is lacking in children with autism. They are incapable of thinking about anything else that is not about themselves. Okay, so yes, this may change over time and all that, yes, but the core characteristic of autism is that they are unable to think about another person very naturally. Alright, so அப்போ என்ன ஆகும், தியரி ஆஃப் மைண்ட் இல்லாததுனால செக்ஷுவல் பிஹேவியர்ஸ் வளரும் போது they don't know how to express it. They don't know how to talk about their sexual needs, and they don't know how to channel their sexual needs, because that is one point, and the next point is that they do not have theory of mind, so their responses come out as inappropriate responses that is not society wise accepted, right? So it is something that's looked bad upon and all that, and I'm going to be attaching a table in a couple of seconds about what are the inappropriate behaviors that you see. Usually வந்து இவங்களுக்கு masturbation is a very normal sexual behavior. Developing teenage children will masturbate, and that is a part of normal sexual development. But kids with autism do not know the right way to masturbate, and they do not know the right place to masturbate, do not know the right tools to masturbate. So that is something that will pose a lot of problems to their sexual health. Okay, and they will have paraphilia அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒன்று சொல்லுவாங்க. So that is inappropriately sexually attracted to a couple of objects. For example, ropes or towels or just their own hands in an inappropriate setting. So அந்த மாதிரி பண்றது offenses அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இது. Okay, inappropriate அவங்க ஹேண்ட்ஸை வந்து யூஸ் பண்றது is called offenses. Alright, so stuff like this is also seen in children with autism, and I have seen this personally myself. I have seen inappropriate offenses in therapy sessions of children with autism, and I'm not talking about male children alone. I'm also talking about female children who inappropriately touch other people's private areas that they're not comfortable with. Okay, it is not the fault of the child, it is only because of lack of theory of mind. So just like how normal sexual education is important for normal children, sexual education for neurodivergent children is also equally and in fact more important. So what can we do? what can we do to make a change to contribute to this part of autism, is that we need to be, as therapists, as professionals, as rehabilitative professionals, it's very important to understand what is right and what is wrong, what is appropriate and what is not. That this is something that everybody will understand, every individual will understand that sex education was never a part of our education system. And it is not just about that, right? It is about your body parts. It's about learning to understand good touch versus bad touch, who is allowed to touch you, who is not allowed to touch you, where is it appropriate, where is it not appropriate. Okay, so that is something that we all need to learn as professionals and parents, so that we will be able to educate children with autism the right way. There are good amount of statistics to show how many children with autism have difficulties with their sexual needs and emotions, and the data of those is available in the article that I will be linking below. You can read them, and there is also further research on how to deal with it, how sexual education can be taught to children, and how normal schools, first of all there needs to be inclusiveness, their normal schools and mainstream schools need to also take in children with autism and let them mingle with other children, other typically developing children. And then it is important for all of us to educate the children, typically developing children, neurodivergent children, all of them need to be educated about the right way of sexual health. So I, as a parent and as a professional, let's all vote to do this.